everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Power Rangers Astro Rebels. Last we left our players, they were traversing space on their way to Talansar to recover the lights of Orion. On the way, they made new friends, acquired a new Zord, did a little bonding. But now they've come face to face with the Talansarian resistance. And as they disembark their ship, are held at gunpoint. And we're going to pick up right there. Tychus. There are a handful of people in this lineup that you recognize, but for whatever reason, whether it's the fact that you've embraced your new earthly garb and are not so much screaming Talansarian in your dress, but they don't seem to recognize you. You guys are held as you disembark your ship. Weapons pointed at you. What would you like to do? Start with Tychus.
I'll slowly, with my hands up in the air, I will slowly say in Talonsarian, lower your weapons. I am Tychus, Knight Apprentice to Knight Marshal Sinfel.
They all sort of scan each other.
And if they need more evidence, I will unbuckle the sword from my
as you sort
belt.
of move to their guns track on you as you move to grab the weapon.
I'm not taking the sword.
Yeah, I know that. I know you are. So as you're moving to unbuckle, one of them grabs and pulls it off for you and starts examining the weapon. Tychus, you recognize this individual as Athunsa. She is a kind of early 20s Talansarian woman with a one side of her head shaved, the rest of her hair pulled into a tight braid, kind of coming down to about her mid chest, kind of draped over the front. She has this seafoam green hair, and she's wearing sort of traditional Talansarian armor with a sort of light breastplate with shoulder palindromes and kind of wrist guards. Sort of looking at the rest of the group, they all have different spatterings of Talansarian armor, but hers is the only full set that you see amongst the group as she sort of takes the sword, tucks it behind her back, lowers her weapons, and in Talansarian, you hear her say, "We'll bring them back to base. I'm sure Geronimos will have more to say to them." Tychus, you know this woman as she trained under one of the other Night Masters, who was more of a tactician than your master. Somebody who uh, she spent more of her time doing like the big military movements, as opposed to you, who was more of a
Fight and lead in the front.
yeah, like you'd be more of like a cavalier commander type, like if lead from the front with sword on a mount and do that way. So as you guys sort of walk away, you're flanked on all sides. What do you guys? They don't bind your hands or anything. They just sort of walk with you, sort of in the center of this formation.
Just want to say, I think it's really funny that since we don't have Dusty here, none of us know what they're saying.
The only person who does is Tychus, so you're all like, oh, yeah, because Dusty has the universal translator.
I've been waiting to mutter, like, I think they're saying, like, I wanted to start, like, I'm like, I think they're saying, like, XYZ in, like, Pig Latin. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
yeah.
Gonna offer them some of the puppy chow.
Oh, yeah, I'll take some now that I know it's not dog food.
Yeah, because I brought it with me, and so I have a lot of it. So I'm just like, yeah, here you go. It's good.
I also didn't have room to say. I almost imagine when you guys were doing like the whole like giving up weapons thing. She just like fucking dropped the shield she had because that thing can't even go away anyway. So she has to carry it.
Can we just? I think funny story point to get the translator might be helpful.
So you'd want spend a story point to have some sort of universal translator for the rest of the team.
I mean,
I literally don't mind not understanding. I think it's more interesting, possibly, but either way you guys want to do it.
I mean, is everyone down with Tychus playing telemarketer?
Oh yeah, I'm about to say Jesse's literally looking at like Tychus, hands up, going, "What are they saying?"
They're taking us to base camp.
I'm still just offering the puppy chow to everybody near us.
I'm taking some.
Peace offering. Peace offering.
You know what?
You're offering it, and none of the Talonsarians take any.
Yeah.
I will speak. It's all sorry. It is food, and then take one.
So I have to say this.
Hey!
We are friends and we are on the same team, but Georgia has fucked with Tychus for so long. She wants to insight check what he just said.
Go ahead. Make an alertness check. See if you can context clue this out.
She doesn't know what's going on, so she's gonna be like squinting at you every time you tell us.
Alright. 19. Based on his gesturing and Tychus' general
Demeanor.
demeanor, you can figure that he's yeah. Tychusity.
Tychusity. That's awesome.
Yes.
The general tychicity of the room, I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, you managed to. You're led into deeper into the forest before you come to about a 6-foot by like 2-foot trench dug into the ground that is flooded. As the Talonsarians take a long, deep breath, you see their their throats.
I just imagine chests extremely puffed out.
Their chest, well, their chest and their throat like swell a little bit as they descend. As there's like 3 behind you, kind of ushering you all forward.
I think I will explain to the three behind us that these three don't have the ability to have a high intake of air underwater.
They're gonna have to swim fast.
Titus, what's going on?
Uh, hold your breath and swim fast.
Evan just seals up the puppy chow.
You brought the Ziploc bags, right?
Of course, I brought the Ziploc bag.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. Evan has made a swim similar to this already, like
Yeah.
down to the aqua base.
Is our arm still up? Basically, are we still at gunpoint? Essentially.
I mean, you're at gunpoint, but they haven't like instructed you to hold your arms up. So they didn't bind your arms, so they've let you kind of like have a little bit of freedom, but they've always had you guys surrounded.
So I have a suggestion. No one fucking Jesse, right?
Okay.
I would imagine. All right, story point, right?
Okay.
Of like a
You just gonna pull
small.
out a scuba suit from your bag?
You're gonna
Not-
pull out
not
like
like
what,
a
like a breather?
Yeah, I'm about to say a breather for all three of us, basically.
I
For
wanted him
what
to
if?
be over prepared and like showed up with scuba suits or some shit out of his bag.
It tracks more than it doesn't.
I mean,
Jesse, we got a pocket
tell you
somebody.
what. Tell you what. Roll a survival check. We'll say we'll use this
Oh,
as an alternate. If you fail the check, you can roll, you can just use the story point and have it. But if you want to try and save the story point, you can roll a survival check to see if you packed it, because Jesse is that psychotic.
Whoever's tracking story points right now, I have the extra one I give us from the heroic thing now.
Yes, so we're
Yep.
down to 4.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was gonna add. What was the success for that?
What'd you get? You got a 10? Nah, I don't think you grabbed rebreathers. You kept it pretty like basics. You didn't know how long you were going to be there.
Yeah. Then story point. Then at that point.
Yep. Yeah. Story point, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, what did I not think? We were going to a water planet, not to bring the rebreather, and then you find it at the bottom of the bag, like from a leftover mission.
Jesse's gonna look at the other two. They're gonna say, "Check your bags."
The story point only counts for yours.
Oh, it won't count for me. Okay. Okay, I got
You
So-
should have
you.
just made him find a singular pool floaty, like for the arm in the bag and stuff.
I would then look over at. Alright with that. I'm just gonna look at everyone like. So who here got the weakest lungs?
Don't you smoke or something?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I remember somebody
Smoke.
smoking. My bad. I thought you were trying to be ironic at one point. It was, I don't know. I think I'm okay. Tychus is probably the strongest.
Well, Tychus, I imagine, is going to be fine. Tychus,
That's why I said the strongest.
I think next would be Evan, would be the next strongest swimmer, because he's made a similar, like,
Mm-hmm.
20-foot down, like, swim.
Georgia's
chasing-
trained all her life to be a ranger athletically. I think she'd be able to handle swimming for fair distance. Mm.
We'll see. It is going to be an athletics check, too.
Oh, that's fair. I
Do
might not be
this.
trained for that. Let me see. I got a D2,
I mean-
so I'm middling. I'm not.
You're going to be, like, you have some capability, so...
Yeah, just I'm in there. Not the strongest though, definitely.
I can't believe y'all got to share one rebreather.
They can spend another story point if they want more.
Can Evan roll with conditioning instead?
No, it's not a stat to roll with. We've,
It's
at least that's how...
it has not. It's been proven to not be a stat to roll with. What that does do is it lower it. In my mind, it's lowering your DC because you are conditioned to be able to do it for a longer period of time.
Your endurance or whatever.
Yeah, your physical ability.
But yeah, with that then, here George.
All right,
Kaz,
so George has a rebreather.
Oh, thank you.
So that means that Evan and Jesse are going to have to roll athletics checks for this. The DC is set at 15 minus your conditioning rank.
My conditioning rank is D4, so like 2.
Yeah, so your DC is a 13.
Okay, mine would be 2 then. Okay.
Well,
Mine would be...
you don't have to roll because you have the rebreather.
Oh.
Mine would be 3.
Can me and George assist both Jesse and Evan? Because
This is the initial roll. I'll say this one is like just the initial dive in, and if they're struggling, I will allow assistance for the next leg. But for this initial dive, the guards are not going to allow you to assist.
14.
Okay, so there's that. There's that. There's that. No snag or snag?
Let me take a look at Evan here.
Alright, so do you want to go next or do you want me to go next?
Oh, you have nothing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a snag on this.
Alright.
Wait, then shouldn't you have the rebreather?
You would
I
think,
don't-
but he accomplished. He still managed to do it.
Yeah, true.
Plus, I've got a D6 conditioning.
Yeah, so he only had to get a 12.
Nice.
So he had a little bit.
I had some wiggle room.
So you guys make it through. As you descend deeper and deeper, you can finally come to a porthole that is opened. You're led through. It's closed behind you, and then the chamber is pressurized so that you guys can breathe.
Heck yeah.
You look around, and it's a pretty bare bones base, but the fact that it's a water entrance makes it better, more defensible, because Talonsarians are much more equipped to move in the water. As you guys had a bit of a difficulty getting here in one breath, they seem to have no issue with it.
The short collar would probably make a better estimate.
So
I'll use my water my hydrokinesis to just precipitation in everyone's eye.
yeah, just
Zoom.
everybody's
Zoom.
just like. I like to imagine that Tychus is just, you're like shaking out, and then Tychus just like flicks his fingers and the water just shoots off you. It's like getting blow dried in an instant.
Complete with hair sticking back.
Yeah.
Does anybody else feel like we're just in Atlantis, but not? Because then you remember we're in space. But I just keep
Yeah.
feeling like we're in Atlantis.
No, that's a space Atlantis. That's fair.
You mean Stargate Atlantis?
Yeah, Stargate Atlantis.
That too, yes.
They ripped off.
Which
Tychus
Atlantis
realizes.
are we ripping off?
I don't know.
Tychus realizing that, like, He watched Stargate Atlantis and is like, "This is written by a Talonsarian. This is all
So
stuff that
This is a historical text.
I've been to this chamber.
I know that guy.
Imagine having an alien come watch a show, they just watch it, and then they go, "This is heresy." What?
Hey, look, Talentless starring Jason Momoa.
They watch some random episode of Doctor Who. You know about this?
You know about this shit? Who wrote this? Who do they know? Who do you know?
How do you know?
I hope y'all get my joke because he was in Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
That's the hyperdrive.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Jason Momoa is Talonsarian. He's literally.
I mean,
It's canon.
He's Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's canon. It's canon.
Which is ironic because I just remember one of my characters now is just Jason Momoa in my head that I just made up.
Look, I'm
Amazing.
Perfection.
I'll fire it
lot.
All right. You guys are left in the decompression chamber as the rest of the resistance leaves. It sort of leaves you here to it's like a holding cell basically until they decide what they're doing with you.
So they're leaving us
So
to
you guys-
decompress a little bit.
Yeah, so you guys are left to your own devices. What's sort of the conversation that you're having right now?
Could be going worse.
You know they're not gonna kill us, right, Tigers?
Yeah, you guys haven't really talked much ever since you first did.
one.
You guys like telepathic or something?
No, we're not.
Two-step vaccine.
Then what's okay? What should we be anticipating?
I
Only an invasive.
think standard for
Isn't that
for me, your plan is normal. A popular culture, stay here a bit while captured there, and then meet with the commanding officer.
In which country? Because I'm pretty sure how they treat this kind of thing differs from country to country.
4 successes, 2 advantages.
I'm kidding.
Base damage
All right.
is 6, so that's 10 damage.
After a few minutes.
Do you know
Oh.
any of those Talonsarians? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I knew the female with the teal hair. She was a apprentice of a different knight. While Clan was more of a fight and lead with the other was a more in the back grand scheme tactic.
I see. Very.
How well does she know you?
I want to upgrade the difficulty of all general.
What would you say, Sean?
How well does she know you?
Uh, God.
I was gonna let you make the decision. Like
Okay.
how
I'm gonna say as much as a platonically, yeah.
Oh, sure, but
Or if you want to,
I rolled an alertness check exactly because she's watching, listening to this. Like,
I suppose.
It's just we were pretty much just the same type of rank in the military. I think one of the a few handfuls to at least be apprenticing under someone of a high rank within the military.
Hmm.
Like she's basically like a coworker. Like it's
Okay,
not.
so I guess my big question is, will she trust you? I mean, granted, our current situation doesn't inspire a ton of confidence, but I know better than to just discredit that or to just to assume that this is something more than just a precaution.
I haven't seen her in almost 8 months. And during those months, Talonsar has been under siege.
Mm,
Yeah,
So that's it. That usually
it doesn't look great.
accelerates someone to change.
That's fair.
yeah. A lot can happen in 8 months.
8 months of war.
Mm.
Especially that.
God, I was trying to insight on his reaction to that.
Whose reaction to what?
Tychus being asked about like how well they know each other.
Yeah. Tychus, what's your let's see. Mark.
I don't know if he's deceiving or anything, but
I mean,
Yeah, no, it's just your ability to.
my cleverness is a 15, so she beats it.
Yeah, so what is she picking up from you as far as like it'd be more your willpower, I think, that she's reading into. Just your ability to mask your own emotions.
I think one is I don't know what's gonna happen next. Knowing that yes, she has definitely changed from the person I knew 8 months ago.
I guess she's more trying to read in tone how much you valued her in a sense, or if you trust her. She's trying to read the tone of how you feel about that person.
Yeah, like how knowing that she's different now, do you
Like, do
is
I
that
see dismay? Do I see like almost heartbreak? Do I see something where like you like learn like forlornly think back on something? Do I see an expression or some I don't know, just anything?
like were you close back then and now that you've seen her now it is disheartening, or is it more that like
Love lost,
it's like a
something else. I don't
it's
know.
like a it's like a coworker that didn't recognize you and you're just kind of like, "Oh, that's a bummer."
Yeah. Oh,
Always
that
been
was her
written.
name. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. She was a person who would always, well, in situations of combat, she would always have his back. If that helped into your question.
Okay. So it's you're a little
Yeah, almost like a familiar.
You look like you're
Well, Bob.
affected emotionally. Like you look like you were close into some degree.
yeah, so there's a little bit of anxiety with how
Yeah,
long
okay.
this is
w-
taking.
You
Yeah,
give a
but-
shit. You give a shit, or at least you have trust. But it seems like I would be like getting the sense you guys have trust, or at least you have trust in her. So that's cool. I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
curious.
So
Currently, bit too soon to get a full confirmation amount. It's just silence.
Mm-hmm.
um as that moment sort of dies down, a uh
Oh
like
wait, hold on. One quick
dark-
thing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Georgia tried to like walk through the door like she phased through the ship earlier.
she can certainly try.
I just imagine George just constantly NPC walking to the wall.
That's what I... Look,
No,
she keeps looking
she-
at every wall with like suspicion. Like
She
what is-
walks into the wall and like it's less NPC walking into the wall and more like pressing her head through it to see if like
This
gonna go through.
really slow testing thing. Like I've just nudged myself straight up against the wall, and now I'm just resting there like an idiot. Like, oh, I see.
What's hilarious is you're doing this against the door. As the door's opened, you sort of like, whoa, catch your.
She folds her arms like, haha. I meant to do that.
Open.
You hold your arms out as your face is now in the chest of this dark-skinned individual with these tight, like 4-inch dreads on the top of their head, shaved hair on the side, shaved into. It almost looks like a crew cut, where he wasn't able to cut the top, so he just started to let it dread. So
I just look straight up.
it's kind of like starting to cascade down, but it's still so short that it's kind of pointed up a bit.
Okay.
Skip, you wanna
He's got a palandrin on his left shoulder and an arm guard on his right. He's got a pair of daggers tucked into his belt with a bow over his back with a quiver at his hip. He is wearing almost like it almost appear to be a wetsuit, but it's has a leather texture over the top to give it like an added level of protection. As he sort of walks in, he has kind of the starts of a patchy goatee. No full facial hair yet, but it's starting to grow in. He looks at Tychus and then gives a respectful bow.
I'm
I
dying.
apologize.
I'm dying. Sorry. I'm dying that these two guys had to step around her being weird at the door as they walked in. I'm sorry.
Now you know how Tychus feels during day one.
Yeah. He looks at Tychus and is like, I apologize. Holder of the Knight's Sword. We could not be too careful. We've had many incursions where individuals appear to be Talonsarian, but were merely disguised foot soldiers of the enemy. We've faced many difficult challenges in the months leading up to this moment, and it is good to finally have allies, as few as have arrived, but it appears that you have brought reinforcements on the eve of one of our great conflicts.
Evan just holds out his supplies.
Yeah, I
with,
think
with
I'll.
unzippered so that like the treats are exposed.
I think
The
I'll.
puppy chow is on full display.
Yeah, I was taking some puppy chow actually.
He introduces himself as Geronimos.
Was any of that in English? Because I forgot.
No, that was
That's
all
why
about
Evan's just
stuff.
silently holding up the puppy
Okay,
chow.
yeah,
He's
that's
just
why
like,
I was gonna look
this
at
is my
you.
go-to,
and
guys.
she's actually looking between like Zen and, or sorry, between Jesse and Jesse and Evan, and just kind of just being like, do you think they're related or know each other?
I don't know. Don't look at me with this shit.
I know what they're saying. Just
I think
smile and puppy chow.
Jessica dig their hand through the puppy chow.
Yeah, if you guys are eating it, it looks safe.
I'll ask if he possibly knows knows galactic basic.
No. Wow.
Wow.
You think we know?
Um,
We don't understand that though, so we have no reason to be offended.
yeah.
Hey, that's well, mm, galactic common, which is English, so my compatriots can also understand.
Damn, space
Um,
got some crazy ass Latin.
um,
I like to
Geronimo
imagine you
says,
put "Do you speak" in Talonsari and then "basic bitch" in English, and then the rest is Talonsari.
"You're gonna love this next bit. Why
Oh
does
no.
this? Why does this one keep holding out a bag and saying puppy chow? And the only word that you guys understand is puppy chow."
It is
Take some, eat it. I'm just gonna eat it because it's good.
I'll like explain. It is a food. This uh person enjoys cooking in his free time.
He takes a piece of the checks and just puts like it on his tongue. It's delectable, but unfortunately, I do not speak a common tongue, but I can provide universal translators for your compatriots.
Thank you. I think with that, I'll start explaining that these four are also have powers that are the equivalent of the Aquarius powers. Thus, explaining that George is Hercules, Evans is Sagittarius, and Jesse is Aries.
You see
Can
his
you
eyes
tell him
go.
I like his bow? It's a cool looking bow.
Um, as he sort of nods and gets excited at this. We have much to discuss. Please come in. As you guys are led through what?
I think the thing with them saying that I think I would say as would I.
Yeah. So you guys are ushered inside, given universal translators, so that the town Sarian now translates through to you as like English. Obviously, some idioms don't translate perfectly. Like
Yeah.
they keep saying like things like oh, it's just water off a gooseneck's back and stuff like that. And you have no idea what a gooseneck is.
Nice.
It's raining lions and wolves out there.
Yeah, the Z.
But
So what
it's
is-
not lions.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but obviously lions and wolves are not the idiom, but it's like
Yeah.
the different animal and foliage doesn't translate perfectly, but you
A
kind of you're
nutchuck
able
and
to.
Rollins Swaffer are trading out there.
Yeah. You guys are getting enough to like get by. But they bring you to the war room, and all the while you're sort of walking through this space, and it feels like it's the equivalent of walking through a submarine. Like it's all like single file, tight quarters, spaces aside from like the decompression room and things like that, where you need a lot of space to drain out water. Um, let's say give me a alertness, whether it's or use the skill that you think you would use to determine like the practicality of this space, like why they would pick a space like this if you're thinking about it.
Is it just is it everyone or just the normies?
Let's go everybody.
Alrighty.
Can I argue culture?
See culture. I could see you going culture on this.
Can I roll with edge?
Yeah, I would say you could roll with edge.
What does a D2 do to my skill?
It's just like a D2 just means that you're not rolling with a snag. It's just like a flip of a coin.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh damn.
Hmm.
Okay.
Pretty on brand.
Close.
Yeah.
Out
So
here in the
think-
streets of Atlantis. You gotta know.
I think
Makes
George.
sense.
I think George and Jesse sort of come to the same realization. The reason that they picked a space like this is they don't have great numbers, and because it's such tight quarters, they're able to create choke points and
Hmm.
hold the space without the need for much manpower devoted to that. So I think Jesse maybe comes to this a second sooner since he got the crit.
Hmm.
You know, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, we should make our base more like this. Kind of looks around.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, we'll have a lot of chug points. We can then corner the enemy more. Like, if they try
That
to
makes
escape.
sense. That makes sense. I was trying. I could not figure it out, but that makes so much sense.
See, what did you get, Tychus? You got a 13.
Yep,
So
13.
him sort of saying that kind of jogs your memory of like, oh, this was like. That's right. These were like skirmishers' bases. Like these were during some of the internal conflicts. These were like ambush points. Like they would dig these trenches and then lure enemies into the area to be able to fight multiple enemies without expending much energy. But as you're sort of led through, it's almost a labyrinthian layout. You feel like you're taking a lot of lefts and rights before you ultimately end up in a war room, which opens up a little bit more. You're still pretty much on top of each other, but it gives you enough space to sort of see the military base that you were initially approaching. It seems that there's a strike plan laid out in front of you. As you see that same green-haired woman from the before kind of standing over the table trying to figure out how you guys are going to attack this situation. As she looks up and sees the four of you. Welcome in, warriors. I believe the term that has been adopted is Power Rangers.
Puppy chow?
No
Evan,
thanks.
please stop offering that. You're embarrassing me in fun.
In front of my friends.
Yes, no, we were puppy chow. I'm kidding. Yeah, Power
I
Rangers.
nodded.
Ah, okay, that's
I nodded.
Oh, wait, no, I get to add advantages to that, right?
I think I'll first ask what happened during the 8 months I was gone.
all of the Aquarius warriors fell in one way or another. We are what is left of the Talonsarian resistance. Many of our civil leaders were offered positions of power in the new regime if they complied. Since you've been gone, a portal of sorts has appeared not far from the military installation. Within its walls, there seems to be a magma-like substance leaking out of it.
I mean, luckily, with the knowledge that we recently have, which I think you might also have noticed too, the current person who was guarding the portal is no longer there.
Yes, and that is why we're preparing to try and retake the base. We were hoping to muster a few more soldiers. We've sent encrypted messages to some other pockets that we know of, but they either haven't been responding or presumed dead. But the base is now guarded by a new creature, one with a sinister smile, yellow eyes, a red and black face, and a orange and red body with green and black polygons sort of emerging from their body.
That sounds like a ranger log check.
Yeah, if anybody wants to
Yeah.
make a culture check to see if you read this particular ranger file and
I
who
would
this
like to
fucker
do
is.
this. I've got skills for this.
Let's go.
Can I use my Call Me
13.
Creative perk involving my writing and reading and stuff with this? Like, it lets me do an edge on a social or smart skill test.
Absolutely.
Oh God! Don't tell me
You
you carry out this villain.
you deep dive into ranger history, so
Yeah, I'm like,
like
it's like as long as it applies to my art, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's within her purview of her art. Wait, didn't let me roll edge? Where'd it go?
It's
edges.
the last box.
Oh, okay, last one.
Yeah, it's after difficulty.
It always scares me. I'm like, am I about to roll it? That's lame. I'm spending a
13.
story point.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Do it, you won't.
I will. I'll take that.
That's better.
Yeah. This is Dark Clipter.
Oh shit.
A fusion of Darkonda, a alien bounty hunter, and Eclipter, the former right-hand man of Astronema. And you know that out of 21, you know that both of those guys in this universe are dead.
I mean, didn't one of them kill Dark Spectre?
Yeah, so this is like really terrifying.
Let's see here. I'm sorry, I just have one thing. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, but wait, he can't be here. Him and Darth Maul are dead.
Remember, different universe, Jordan.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Guess.
Yeah. And then I'll.
Fantasy is like, do you want to swap?
I think sharing this knowledge, I will explain my analysis so far of these monsters that you have been currently fighting were monsters that have previously attacked Earth, and this explaining how compared to Talsar and Earth, the Earth assault was was extremely different, almost minimal more force on planet, more as a way of trying to find stuff instead of just straight up battalions. It's just small war parties.
Yeah.
I see. Well, what can we do to help, or where would be best for us to go to do?
He sort of lays out the plan. We need a strike force. We need somebody to draw the bulk of their attacking force to be able to out of their out of the military installation so that our teams can infiltrate from the water. Based on how well you swam getting down here, according to my men, it would be better for you to operate on the surface.
I will also explain that coming here to assist you isn't the only reason we're here. We are here because we found evidence that the lights of Orion are here, and
They both sort of look at each other like, okay, yeah, and like that look like okay, and Santa Claus is like right upstairs. Like, just don't believe this for a second. All right, and if the lights of Orion,
Aren't you
I
guys
feel
Space
like
Atlantis? I mean, I figure some lights could be out here.
I feel like if they didn't believe us, if if you believe that the lights truly are prepared to see, I think this might change your mind as I show my morph and then morph.
so you morph, and that is like your proof that the lights could be here. Is that kind of what
Yeah.
you're doing? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's not that like they don't believe that you're Power Rangers, and because they do that know that Power Rangers exist, but the lights of Orion are a little bit more fantastical in their mind. So they're like,
Well, their pirates are asking
Does
us
anyone here
to
even know
That's
what
good.
they look like? Or like where, like what is a light of Orion? Did anyone explain that to us as far as like if it's physical?
Uh,
I mean,
a giant glowing ball. That's it.
Well, we
That's
had
all
one
you-
enter our spaceship.
yeah, and then took on the form of a person.
Yeah, we literally like saw one that turned into a person. Was that one of them? Crap! Did we already find one?
And you don't know that. I mean,
Yeah.
Am I
Like-
like? Is that like my crazy not ant? Is the light of Orion, or whatever that was?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. But I was playing our objective here is to grab the flight and return because slowly, because we assume that a turning point of the Earth conflict will happen, and I will
No, of course not. What?
say that if the enemy succeed on Earth, if everything happening on Talonstar won't matter. Nothing will.
Right. Well, regardless of if you find this um or not, I, you fighting this would be a tremendous help for us. Um I just hope that you can stall them long enough for us to get inside. We'll do everything we can to.
If you need someone to go be loud and stir some shit up, I'm happy to go do it.
He's good at that.
I could join and cause some ruckus with it, some light arrows
And provide
I'll-
snacks. Obviously.
and snacks. Of course, the snacks.
Yeah, we'll assist you with this.
Lovely.
With this current operation.
All right then. I appreciate it. As. Oh, go ahead.
Do you know how long we have to hold the bulk off until you complete your objective?
Say take. If you can last a minute out there, we should be able to take the base.
Mhm.
But if you can't hold out that long, then we could be in trouble. As we sort of go through a time elapse of the preparations for the assault, anything in particular that you guys want to do before we go into it?
I want
If
to. Go ahead.
if I am able to, I would like to see if I could find some form of finesse weapon for Jesse.
Not too hard to find. There is it's equivalent to like a earth cookery dagger, sort of the blade recurved forward to sort of give that quick strike ability. And you're able to find a pair of those for Jesse to use. Having been, do you guys tell the Talonsarians about Jesse's situation that he can't morph? Or do you kind of have him be part of your group? Because if not, if he can't morph, they might offer to have him assist in other ways.
I mean, I guess we would leave that up to Jesse what he wants us to tell people.
Yeah, this is what I feel like. Like
Would we have discussed this beforehand, Jesse, or would you say anything in this instance of bringing up your ability?
I mean, if I would, I will just say no matter what, it will be Jesse's choice of of what he would want it to do.
Mm-hmm. Son.
Jesse, we gotta cook.
Jesse, Zen.
Did he die?
Well,
Be right
He's out
back
there.
after these messages.
he's out there, so he's coming with you.
Yep.
Well.
So you guys
If they can.
all
Should I...
Oh.
leave. Oh, did you want to do something, George?
Oh, I guess if that's okay, I did have one little thing she was gonna do, if possible, to
Okay.
look around. I guess she'd
Okay.
be curious to look around and just see if there's any sign of like. I know that I've watched Tychus do stuff like in his own style, in the style of what these people would be like. But I'm just curious of like, since they were comparing like this as a base, she would be super curious of like a trading room of sorts, or just to see other people like if they are doing anything in like preparation. I guess she's just very curious about like
Yeah, so
Fine.
sort of walking around, you see a number of different individuals. You see this sort of guy with like the um hair so blonde it's almost white.
Hawk.
With these half moon goggles on, seeming to be working in like a blacksmith area, forging different weapons for them to be making. You see an individual who you could have sworn was Chris Diaz, from the RSA Rangers in the training room, fighting with like a long spear, kind of doing a bunch of different like sweep techniques, almost doing like a version, a like splice between hip hop keto and like a bow kata,
Oh, cool.
where he's doing like all of these like 360 spins on his head while whipping around and like swinging a spear. It's the most insane thing you've ever seen.
I said her eyes be super wide. I guess just seeing all this badassery going on.
You see this sort of like ditzy looking woman loading what looks to be like a rocket launcher, and she almost is giving off this like Harley Quinn energy as she's like so gung ho to be doing this. Yeah, just sort of scanning around like every. It's a very small group. There's maybe like 50 people, but all of the leaders are kids your age. Like whatever resistance is left is a bunch of teenagers with attitude.
Mm. I think
Would
even.
it be possible?
Hmm?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that she'd probably just kind of like, I guess, both find that very a thing where she's basically thriving on relating to that, but feeling kind of a bit like somber about it too, because that does suck having all that
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of she was really like about to ask about the rocket launcher, but I think if that dawned on her, I think she'd just kind of give a nod to herself and be like, I think yeah, we gotta get going. But I'm gonna ask about that gun later.
I'd like to find the gentleman who we met at first with the bow and who enjoyed my puppy chow, because I'd like to see if there's anything I can learn from him in terms of, maybe using the bow as more than just a bow, and maybe like, basically any tricks he can teach me to help me use it better.
Did Zen ever come back?
Yes, I
Yeah,
heard
I'm
Zen.
back. I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. We asked, would you have disclosed that you can't morph to the Talonsarians, or because they might have you do something different if you can't actually serve in the strike team? Or would you have kept that information to yourself?
And we,
Uh,
oh, sorry.
hmm?
We just decided
Oh,
we
no.
wouldn't have said anything unless he told us to.
Yeah, pretty
So-
much my idea is it's up to Jesse if he wants to help us or help the Talonsarians in a different way.
Hmm.
Alright, so who
Well,
making these
I
checks, we're
think
talking about when the
Jesse would only bring it up if the situation calls for it,
Okay.
The situation was
Um,
calling for it, so would you though?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's kind of like it's like you're gonna be fighting basically like the second in command to a Psycho Ranger. So
Yeah, I think at that point Jesse would then like try and suggest they are more of a healer than a fighter.
I
okay.
mean, I do have one idea. While we're fighting, uh, Jesse tries and find the lights of Orion.
That is an option too. But you got to present it to Jesse what
Yeah.
he wants to do.
Yeah, I think I'll ask uh, Jesse.
I really want this to
Would
turn out. You're gonna have to take all of those Power Ranger jugs and go on a spirit journey to find the right lights of Orion.
I will. Yeah. Uh, okay. Jesse, would you like to assist us in our mission to try and distract help the Talosarians heal, or do you want to try and find the lights of Orion so you can be combat ready?
Well, I would choose the latter than the former in all honesty.
Which would be, sorry.
He wants to find the lights of Orion. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
X.
If he does, then I will give him another item that might help.
Mhm.
I would like to spend a power point to activate Shark Cycle Guider.
Oh, nice. Describe for us the motorcycle or the vehicle that appears. Obviously, I imagine you're having this conversation outside the base so that he can actually use this thing, as opposed to a motorcycle just appearing inside a base underwater.
Yeah. I
So
think
this is-
how I would do it is I think a good visual example is uh the Ninja Steel bike, but a lot more armored up.
Okay.
Like it actually has more like the Ninja Steel bike that's more street than dirt bike.
Do it look like a cool lightning bolt?
Uh
No, I think you're thinking of the Ninja Storm.
yeah. I think how it is it like instead of it just being like just the straight up star on the body, it's more like the star on the Astro morphed colored with like the whole like the main body gray with accents of the spectrum color, which for me would be red.
So, Jesse, you have a motorcycle.
Indeed. Jesse at that point would then just would then look over at Kelly's and just say, I'll try to find it as fast as possible. All right.
All right.
Ride fast, ride with speed.
Godspeed,
bet.
Jesse.
Oh, you know what? You don't even know the half of it.
Well, she's trying to like mockingly act like Gandalf.
Oh no, Jesse's like saying that with that response.
Oh.
As Jesse like, do you pop the wheelie as you
Oh
like head
yeah.
out?
Oh yeah. Like safety is like through the fucking window right now.
Oh, he doesn't then, or what?
Oh no, safety's out the window. Like he's just going
Oh,
for.
okay.
Be safe when it's safe to be safe.
As the three of you remaining break the tree line, approaching the military installation, are you morphed or are you unmorphed as you step forward?
I have a submission for your one-liner as you rode away. Safety is yesterday Jesse's problem.
Safety was a minute ago, Jesse.
I'm thinking Evan would probably be morphed, but without the helmet on currently.
Okay. So, just for Sean, your ranger knowledge, that is technically unmorphed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Then
I do like
technically
I do like the visual of like you in armored up, but no helmet. Like,
As a like one-off prank one day, I really want her to have like glued those little like cat ear things you can get for your headphones or whatever on Evan's helmet when you like are just distracted off somewhere, and then just wait.
I think you did that as a prank. Like, that's a flashback to a prank, and Evan for a while has been trying to like get that glue
There's still
off.
glue nubs on the top of the back helmet.
It's fused to the helmet. They're not glued anymore.
I use that special like thing to weld them on that Dusty
Oh, like-
has.
The helmet is the ears, and the ears are the helmet now. The helmet
Eventually-
is taken on the ears.
Eventually, Dusty just like chopped them off, and
I
like,
thought it said Gorilla Glue, not Grid Glue.
I looked at it too
It's
quickly.
Gorilla Glue.
Okay, so how we doing this morphed or unmorphed?
It sounds like Evan's going the badass like helmetless.
Evan's ready.
Evan's got the helmetless morph working, so like the unmorphed but with ranger suit on. Either helmet underarm or helmet is going to materialize.
I think helmet materialized. Sounds cool.
It
Yeah.
does. I'm leaning towards that. Yeah, just
That's kind of what I'm feeling too. So if you're all coming out like that, I imagine you're in like that triangle formation. So who's at center and who's flanking left and right?
I think I'll go center.
Your call.
Okay.
I have the shield, so I don't know if you want that as like a backcourt. I'm fine wherever I am. You want me to be?
What's your shield arm, George? Like which arm do you normally carry? Is it right-handed?
I think she would do a left-handed shield carry, probably. I don't know. With her and how much she was into writing and everything else, I just always thought she might be ambidextrous. So
Okay, if she's left, I mean, whatever arm you decide, I would think whatever side you carry the shield on would be the side that you're flanking Tychus, just so you could do that heroic intervention and block.
no,
if
that makes
needed.
sense. Okay. Then I guess left side, right? That makes
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So that puts Evan on the right.
right hand man.
As you guys roll forward in your armored suits, helmets off. Tychus, what do you say as you draw into view of the base?
I think I will shout the lieutenant's name to what's his name again? Darkonder?
A dark clipter.
Dark Clipter. To show yourself.
you see this. I'm gonna post the picture because we're gonna have to do.
Dark Clipper, show yourself. The next screen, Jesse strung out, off driving on a dirtbike on a hoodie.
While the GAD soundtrack is playing.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Now we cut to Jesse already crashing, basically.
You pulled over to ask directions.
Not even that. Hit a tree.
See if I can do this. Won't let me. No, it won't let me drag and drop. Alright. This is what you see as he just materializes before you.
So,
Oh shit.
in
He's pretty cool looking.
to like
I want to beat him up more.
Well, Rangers, it's good to finally meet you. A shame
Gonna
that
take
it'll be a
advantage
short
of his
visit.
monologue to find higher ground.
Actually, from there, we're going to cut to Jesse, who is on an overlooking peak as
Good.
the scanner is flashing, kind of giving you directions to where the lights are.
Alright. Alright. If there's like a direction, Jesse will get back to the motorcycle, and due to like due to the situation, Jesse is like is not like pulling over or anything at this point. If there's like a general supply, you know what I mean?
So,
Whatever the
Just-
cute, fluffiest animal of this world that exists, I want it to like come out into like the middle of your road, and you have to decide if you're gonna run it over.
just for visual, Jesse, you're looking down into like the valley of this clearing, and you're seeing your three friends come face to face with Dark Clipter. Just as you're about to take off, what's kind of going through his head?
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry, they gotta hurry.
Yeah. You take off, you're following the signal.
Like
Give me a
this-
driving.
This shark might have is at speeds it probably never knew it had.
Yeah, you're probably.
Before you left, did you bring out the clothespin and like baseball card as well to put on the spokes? Like you were that.
It didn't last long if you did.
That shit burned to a crisp.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Specialization?
Yeah, you're rolling your driving check. You're specialized in driving, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just as we flash back. What? Well, it's not a true crit, but it's still badass. 23. You're just killing it.
The thunder in your heart.
Big
As you
jump.
sort of take off, you see the fluffy bunny, and you like stall on the front wheel and do like the bike turn over the top of it, and then rewrite the bike. So almost like stop on the front wheel,
Mm-hmm.
spin the entire body around, stop on the back wheel, flip it again, and continue forward as you see a woman with golden blonde hair, fine skin, and then these just like a flowing dress, almost tunic-esque, with a single shoulder strap. And she looks distraught.
Alrighty. Well, with that, I think Jesse would just put the thing in full on park, basically.
Right? Do you do the slide stop, or how are you doing the stop here.
Oh, if I could do the Akira slide, fuck yeah.
Do the Akira slide just right up next to her.
I'm gonna go over to her, and go say, "What's wrong, miss?" Or ma'am, I should say.
Well, you flatter a woman if you call me miss, but I seem to have lost a friend of mine. Would you be able to help me find her?
Or is it just for like the room threshold thing?
What do they look like, by chance?
She's got brown hair, very pale skin. She wears green.
Name?
Hila.
Alrighty. Where the last you seen her, by chance?
No, I think she was down in the valley.
Alrighty. Would I get an estimate how long it'll take to get to the valley?
If you flew, maybe like 20. It really depends on what sort of route you're willing to take. You're on a mountain road. If you go down the slope of the mountain, you could probably do it in 5-10 minutes. If you are following the road, it could take you half hour to an hour.
See, in this current situation, Jesse would look at her and would just say, "Ma'am, stay here. I'm gonna check down to this valley. Do I need to know anything else about this place?"
Looks like there's some fighting going on down there. I'd be careful.
I don't worry. As I am going to go down the most dangerous path, basically, to cut
Right,
that for 5 minutes.
give me a driving check.
Alrighty. Damn, my nat 20 didn't carry over. Oh well.
Listen, you decided to go dangerous. I was gonna let it carry if you went standard, but
Nah, danger.
He's lost it. He's crazy. He's doing all the flashy things.
Did pirate captain say
Danger!
Danger, go
damn.
bird. Man, none of us are seeing this. Is
Damn.
crazy.
Jesse, you're
That's
like
why it's happening.
cutting through pine trees. You're just swallowing down this hill, full speed.
You're gonna have him feast on the blood of a unicorn next? Like, none of us is gonna see this shit.
As we cut back to you guys, Dark Lipter gave his monologue. Your helmets have materialized. You sort of surround him as his legion of minions pour out, coming to attack you. Roll initiative for me.
I'm going to activate follow my lead. Who wishes to follow?
Well, since we made a whole big deal about the triangle, I'll follow.
Yep, I'm following.
It's not like going to follow the leader or anything like that.
I'm
Baka.
following the leader.
Baka.
space stations and yeah, they are kind of alright.
Go to
23.
It's 1d4 that we roll, right?
Yeah, 1d4 and minus it.
Yep, 18 then for me.
No, it's 23, so it would be 21 for you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And Evan, are you following?
I am
Yeah.
following. Let me just 1d4. You said.
Sorry, there was some rapping.
okay.
That is a 19.
Cool.
So it's going to be Tychus, George, and then Evan. So we're going to go here. And just drop. And drop an Evan. So it's gonna be a 21 and 19. And now to roll for my boy Dark Clipter here. I'm gonna just
He big.
No, I was about to say.
Oh, you got the Giant Slayer on, right?
I do. I'm like, oh boy, do I finally get
It's gonna be really hard to miss.
You guys ready to be actual ankle biters?
um
Go for the shins. Go for the shins.
George,
I am
what is
meleeing his
your
leg.
George? What is your initiative bonus? Are you what's your dice?
Oh, initiative for me, EB, D4.
Okay, so he will act before you
Nope.
because he rolls a d6.
Sounds good.
Somebody's about to take an arrow to the knee.
All right, so I guess you're up first.
He just points at me, and I'm just like, what?
Okay, how far am I away from him?
I imagine do the whole monologuing thing. You're probably like 10 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to go up to him, free action to pull out my sword and two-handing it,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go boop him.
You gonna try and boop? Go for your boop.
Yes.
And with the boop.
The boop. Home field advantage, right?
Does a 21 hit?
Just hits. But that is not a real crit unless you wanted to try and re-roll one of your ones.
Uh, yeah, let's do all them. So I just gotta roll a D4 and a D6.
Yeah, I
Yep.
can reposition it. Could I? Okay.
Yep, no, nothing on the D4, nothing on the D6. Okay.
Okay, so that is two sharp damage.
Takes 2 sharp damage. And it is now his turn.
I still got one more attack.
Oh, that's
'cause I
right.
do have extra attack.
Yep.
Okay, that is 2. Instead of me doing double damage,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to knock him prone. As
Okay.
the first attack was like a slash down
Right.
to near the leg, used a bit of the hydrokinesis just to like wrap a part of the blade around his leg and then slash up, so damaging him at the same time and knocking him prone.
Okay. This is so it's going to be 4 damage total, correct?
Yeah, 2 separate 2s, so he's
Yep.
taking up a total of 4 this turn.
Got it. Okay. He's gonna get up and just making sure. Yeah, he's going to roll his attack against, I guess.
Wait, do
Does a 21 hit?
Just misses.
Just misses, huh?
Yes, I got a toughness of 22.
Okay. So first attack misses. That is unfortunate. He's gonna make a second swing. So that 14 is gonna miss as well. He's going to use his free action to activate his eclipse step and teleport 30 feet back. And he's going to be 20 feet behind George. And what else can he do?
oh.
And that'll be it for his turn.
So I just want to clarify to you, Zen, because we were joking about it, but I don't have giant killer, but I have my special weapon has the upshift against things that are 3 times larger. I don't know if he is 3 times larger than
He's just standard size.
Okay, then yeah, none of that then.
No,
Oh,
the picture was more or less just to get a token on the field.
Oh yeah.
It's
It was
all
just
standard.
funny. That was just funny in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he's now in solo strike range.
Oh no.
'Cause
Wait, can he be solo striked? I thought you were fighting him.
he
He
teleported away
teleported
from-
away.
Oh, he is. Okay. Hell yeah.
Taking it to 1.
So that brings us to George's turn.
Well, you know, I'm gonna do that solo. I'm gonna move in and I'm gonna do a thing.
Gonna make an attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bap, but with the shield. I'm gonna do a punch.
Gonna do a bop.
Yeah, bop it.
I can involve this, don't worry about it.
Let's see. And then that means. Jason, I mean. I have to pull up the Green Ranger table real fast, sorry.
600 right? So nothing.
I don't remember what the upshift is right now.
My T-Bis.
For 8, upshift 2. Okay.
Yeah, I have it. Got it pulled up. I just need 470 stuff apparently.
Yes. No, doing bop, so not specialized.
No, I don't. Like I was saying, I need item level 470
Skill
stuff.
shift.
What? Why what?
Do I hit?
23? Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
So is that what, 1 blunt damage?
Mm-hmm.
I did. You said
Noise,
don't worry
noise.
about it. We'll get it later.
Alright. You have multi-attack, don't you?
It's my alternate effect if I can use that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right, because you used solo strike. So doesn't that do extra damage then?
It gave me an upshift of 2.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't do extra damage, just
Mm,
upshift.
I mean, haven't we also Humbucha just treated it like sneak attack?
Right, so we treat it as sneak attack in that if you don't hit with it, you're still able to make another attempt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you can still make your second attack. It just doesn't get the benefits of
The solo strike, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make my follow up then. Yeah. good.
18 misses.
Dang, okay. Whiff.
Yep.
Them's the breaks, but after that she'd be like bap
So,
bap.
I think we should just
Man, this is gonna be easy.
take this bus
And then I'll
just
trade off.
so we can
I'm
save
done.
more
Yep.
rather than, like,
All right.
just messing
Brings us to Evan.
Okay. Can I use both a personal power and attack?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I'm going to use Shining Leader real quick.
All right.
Spending one personal power.
Mm-hmm.
And basically I'm just going to look really sick as I prepare to fire my bow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like do the,
A glistening
Yeah.
of light off the tip of the bow as you arch.
you know,
My eyes.
like just really doing a dramatic bow pull. And
Have you ever heard of the
so
shot
now
heard across
all
the
of my
galaxy?
allies for the next round, unfortunately since I'm going last, this doesn't really affect you guys the way I'd like it to. But for the next round, everyone gets an edge on their attack rolls, which is nice.
Hell yeah, thank you.
So now I
Yeah.
get to roll attack.
Does that cost how does it cost an action to do that, or is it just a PowerPoint?
PowerPoint and a standard action. One more.
Okay, so you can't make the attack then.
Okay,
I
but
was
I'm
confused
gonna
as-
look cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look cool as I clearly prepare an attack.
Okay. Now it's Tychus's go.
Yeah.
And now you have edge on your attack.
Okay, I'm going to move up 20 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to stab him.
All right, go for the stabby stab.
What's that one Star Wars technique that's like taboo of like just poking your lightsaber holder at like your opponent and you just, turn it on?
Not sure.
Holy shit.
That's a 29 hit.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Okay, another 2 damage. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
slap a smite on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, if I remember, 2 damage because I'm level 8.
I believe so. Yes. So you make that strike, and you slice your blade down, and you feel like you got a good hit. As the blade leaves his chest, the wound begins to close slightly, as he only takes 1 damage from all that.
Dang. We need to get a bit more serious.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, I did.
Do I still have edge, or is that only one attack?
That's, I think, until his next turn, so you do have edge again.
Do you like him or something, Tychus? Stop going easy on him. Okay.
For the rest of that round and unfortunately this is the following round. But you gain edge on your attack rolls.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was only for the first.
Dear Lord.
Let me re-roll those.
One's to attempt to crit.
Yeah, the D4 and the D6.
Okay, so that's a crit on the 4.
Okay, that is another 4 damage.
Yep. Okay. Titus is just plowing through this guy. You guys need a power up? You sure?
Always sure.
And before mind control stuff.
All right. So on his turn, he's going to bring in some buddies as he spends a free action to summon four. Where are we? Four allies. And they are going to act on his initiative. Well, two are going to get on to Tychus, and two on George, as he is going to make his attack on Tychus. That 22 is so annoying. Yeah.
Make him roll evasion.
Yeah, I might have to, but all right. So first attack went on Tychus. Second attack's going on George.
Bring it.
Is a 15 hit, George?
No. I mean, sorry, is it my evasion or toughness?
D-dubs.
Oh. Sorry, I switched to talk. Is it my toughness or evasion you want?
Whichever's higher. He
Okay.
swinging a sword at you. It's a
Then-
15.
Oh yeah, then no, it doesn't hit.
Okay. I'm gonna spend one of my story points, and I'm gonna re-roll that d20.
Okay.
That's better. That's gonna be a crit on George. And you know what? I'm gonna spend another
Wait,
story point.
What was the number? Or what happened?
So I rolled with edge. So I got a 14 plus the 8 from the previous roll.
Oh, okay. I just could, for some reason the chat's not letting me go down all the way. It was weird.
Okay. That's very strange. So it's a total of 22 now.
Yeah, that fits. I understand now. My chat just
Yep.
said let me scroll.
Yep. So that's the 22, and I'm going to spend another story point, and he's going to pull a Tychus, and he's going to supercharge his blade and deal 4 damage to George.
Oh, that's rough. I mean, I'm just out. Well, yeah, I'm out. I didn't take it. Yeah, I'm out.
And then the his allies there are going to 2 are on George, so they're not going to be able to make
wait.
their attacks.
I'm
Well, they're not going to.
I'm so dumb. I have dig deep. Hold on.
Oh, you can dig deep puts you at 1 or something like that.
Once per scene, you can ignore 1 damage by taking an automatic stag on all skill tests until the end of your next turn.
Okay, so you ignore 1 of that damage, and now
Now
suffering.
I take all snags, yeah,
Okay,
or on any skill test. But yeah.
all right. So
Unless you want to tell me no, I don't mind if you wanted to take it.
No, that's fine. It's very poetic that you get slashed down and are like clinging to life
Oh no!
as these like what George would recognize as putties, but have that same like magma burn across their chest that you've seen from other creatures. They're going to make their attacks against Tychus.
Oh god,
Uh,
they have edge because they have pack tactics.
they do. They're gonna have to still roll really stupid high, but
Or get a crit.
I was wondering if anybody wanted me to bring up, like, you don't think these are Talon Saurians turned into Batlings, do you?
nope. That first one's a big no. Um, second attack from this guy. They're gonna need so much help. There's the first one.
Okay, so how much damage is that?
That's just gonna be 1 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second one. That's gonna be 2 slashing damage.
I don't know, guys. I don't think I can hit Taken that much, you know. Get over his AC.
Well, actually, no. That's only 1 damage. Sorry, that was not a true crit. I was getting ahead of myself. Listen, hitting Tychus is a feat. He's got 22, and these guys only are rolling with a D4 specialized. They're getting an upshift from being near to boss man.
I feel it might be time to give you your minions ins piercing.
That's not a bad idea. I might do that with the next batch, but for right now, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you.
What'd the piercing do?
Piercing, I ignore his armor bonus, so it's just his strength that I have to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anywho.
I know there's still one more battling to go.
Yeah, there's still one last attack. And he missed. Even though he crit on all the... Let's see, how many story points do I have left? I spent 2. Fuck it, I'm spending 1 more. Because that would be a crit, and that'd be so sweet. And it's the same goddamn roll. Okay.
It do be like that.
It do be like that. For real.
It really fucking do.
I mean, doesn't the story point out I like you to go all dice, so you could also go that second 12 d20.
No, that's what I did. I just re-rolled the d20.
Oh.
Oh, like
and
you rolled like both the d20.
No, I kept because all the rest of that's just crits galore. It's max on everything else. So it was a 12 on the d20, and I got another 12. So didn't do literally anything. But it's George's turn.
Oh boy. So, are there some surrounding me? I wasn't really sure where everybody
They
was.
all focus their attention on Tychus, seeing you down to 1. But because of the edge that Evan is giving you, and the snag that you're giving yourself, you're now just flat rolls for this turn. So that's a nice little synergy piece there. So it is George's turn, and there are 4 batlings. And Mr. Beat Your Ass.
Sorry, yes. She'll go ahead and run up at least close to Tychus so that he can have my support. And I'll do a BAP again.
Okay. So you're gonna bap big guy again?
If that's okay.
I mean, I guess.
I'll
I don't
take
like
this.
it, but
I'm actually gonna like. I'm sorry. The way she's gonna do it is I'm standing by Tychus, but I'm gonna be eating it at him. I'm gonna be doing the chakram hit.
you're gonna be throwing it. Go for it. If you wanted to reflavor, you could say that you kind of like bounce it off the ground as you're standing up, as you're moving next to Tychus.
Oh yeah,
And like
no,
you're
I
gonna
like
catch
that.
it.
Yeah, I like that. Using the.
I don't know why. I just imagine George one day at base was just looking at TikTok, going looking at frisbee tricks, basically.
You're absolutely right. That did happen.
That was definitely an entire day for George.
Sorry. I have to clean this thing up after I'm done.
George got 2 into Ultimate and was just watching like the finals for the 7th time in a row.
I love how you said 2 into Ultimate like that's a thing.
That's like every Ultimate Frisbee guy in college.
That's fair.
Did I?
What'd you do? How good did you get? Ooh, yeah. It's a true crit. That is a true crit too. Nice.
Whom you hitting?
She's hitting Beefy Boy.
Yeah, beef.
Man, that's too sharp.
Yeah. And Tychus is like cleaving a hole in this man's health. So
I'll do my extra attack at one of the little ones though that are nearby.
okay. So is it another chakram throw?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's see you swing it. Not an actual crit this time, but still dope as shit. Can you reroll that one?
If you don't mind me using the story point, sure.
Well, I mean, you.
By all means.
Yeah.
Or was I misremembering an ability?
I think you're misremembering. I'm trying to, because you can't spend it on the skilled die. You could spend it on the overall roll. I think it's how we've been playing it. So
Oh.
I was saying if you had like an ability like Red Rangers have, you can reroll 1s and 2s on the skill die if you like wanted to. But if you don't have that ability, you still hit him for a damage. So
Oh yeah, I just don't see anything I have that's re-rolling. I don't think.
nope, I don't think so.
Yep, that's fine. That's okay.
So George stands up, bounces the chakram off the ground, hitting into Dark Clipter, does a spinning back kick and kicks the chakram as it's returning to her at the putty. As it hits the putty, it returns and she catches it in her hand. Just so badass. And now it's Evan's turn.
I'm sorry, I stepped away 2 seconds, but yes, that was amazing. Thank you.
Okay. So, currently, have edge on my attack roll for the rest of this round.
Yep.
Hmm. Man, I wish I had worked with Dusty more and made like a arrow that can be controlled by whistling.
Nice little multi-shot arrow.
Yeah. Yeah, just pew, 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 you know. Hmm. I think what I want to do is attack one of the little guys with an energy blast from the Sagittarius bow.
Go for it.
Okay. For the attack. Come on. Using specialization. No? I don't remember. So I'm just gonna say no.
You are specialized in your
Then heck yes.
bow. It should be a D6, whatever the result is, unless you're getting some sort of upshift from something else.
Upshift 1 to hit.
Okay, so this will be a D8. Should be the dice specialized. If
With
you
the
want to
skill
use.
shift?
Yep.
Okay.
So I gave you a specialized table, so you can just click the D8 and it'll roll everything.
Oh, thank you.
Damn.
Yeah.
So this is an important question. Do you hit the one that George already hit, or do you hit another one?
I probably with that I want to hit a fresh one.
Okay. So you hit the fresh one. Line up for your second attack.
And I can hit all of these guys, which is kind of nice.
Oh, you have some sort of like umbrella attack?
Oh,
Or,
no. I don't. No.
Oh.
I mean, I could hit any of them.
Ah,
I should
yes.
say.
Yes. I was about to say, you can hit all of them? What did I
Oh.
forget?
Make a note to talk to Dusty.
You forgot that he spectrum shifted to Pink Ranger somehow or something.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah,
I'm
there
like,
it
what?
It's no, just the arrow's pink. It's fine. I think I'll use a second of my energy blasts if I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep. Okay. So I can just use that menu again, can't I?
Yep.
Nice. Oh,
Not as nice.
no. Hey.
Do you have edge on this or no?
No, yeah, I would have edge on that because
Okay. Then that's the table you should be using. And just hit the D8. Much better.
that's nicer.
Alright, so 2 of them off the board.
Nice.
Because it was the same roll that took out both of them, I'm going to say you did the notched 2 arrows at once and hit simultaneous targets as they both go down. As we're back to Tychus, who just saw these 2 arrows go whizzing past his head.
You guys think Jesse's dead yet?
No. Okay.
Actually, that reminds me, before Tychus's turn, Jesse, you are starting to careen down the hill towards your friends as just give me a alertness check to to see if during his drive he pieced some things together.
Jesse.
Zen?
My mic was muted.
If
Yeah.
Woo! I'm rolling fucking good. Let's go.
As you're careening towards the valley, all you see is your friends. You see George in her teal armor, and you're like, teal? God damn it. That lady lied to me to just get me back at this fight. Why would she do that?
You're just gonna hear. I'm assuming like Jesse's like from an earshot at this point. As you could just gonna hear Jesse yell, "God damn it!" As he's gonna like immediately make a U-turn and get back to where he was.
He's gonna try and get back to where he was as
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
spend
imagine
I'm gonna spend a story point to put an inconvenient obstacle in your place.
Oh, we're gonna do that, huh? We're gonna do.
Yeah, you know that rock that you just did a very cool jump up off of? It's gonna be
Yeah,
harder to do a cool jump back onto it.
Getting in the mud, sir.
Yeah. As you turn around, one of the stones that you went over getting here catches the front tire as you do like a front somersault off the front of the bike as Tychus's energy is starting to wane as the bike dematerializes.
Fuck. As let's see, he's probably gonna start running basically.
Yeah.
Cause if someone distracted me from like finding what I needed, that ain't a good sign.
Yeah. As
Behold, my 10 speed. I am speed.
as you start taking off up the hill. But you do see your friends, and they do appear to be handling themselves all right, but it's a bit of a struggle. But Tychus, it's your turn.
okay. I'm gonna try something experimental.
Okay.
I am going to pull my astral dagger into my other hand and do 2-weapon fighting.
Okay, so you're gonna do attack, free action attack.
Yes.
Okay.
First attack will be at Mr. Cat. Don't worry, this will only be 1 damage now.
And don't forget, if you're adjacent to me, you get +1 on all defenses.
I
Okay,
thought
that's
you,
a miss.
no, well, you're adjacent to them. You have +1 to all defenses. I thought that's how that worked.
Okay.
Somebody
So that was against him? No.
Oh, you're right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get it playing with it. My bad. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, and my offhand attack is going to hit the putty that has taken the damage.
Okay. Is this one downshifted? I can't remember because it's your offhand. Yeah.
It's downshift 1 for man, downshift 2, but because I have that upshift 2 strength, this is only downshift.
Okay, I gotcha. Because you're supercharged essence, so it just basically makes it a normal roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Still miss. As
Okay.
Tychus, you're struggling.
Okay. I still got a second attack, so
Yep.
I am going to go back to two-handing the sword and hitting Mystic Cat.
No,
18.
Tychus is struggling.
And that is my turn.
Damn, when this guy got like a buff on his like AC, that's crazy.
Yep, and now it's his turn.
Oh
Has
no,
he turned?
oh no, he now has piercing, so my armor is useless.
He doesn't have piercing. Thankfully, not yet. But he is still rolling a specialized D8, so.
Yeah, that's still probably good. That still might got a good chance to hit.
And actually, there's a putty still next to you, so he's gonna have that nice edge. And that's a 24 with a. Is that an actual crit or no?
No.
No, that's just
uh,
that was just on the yeah.
okay. How much damage am I taking?
You're taking 2 damage.
I'm going to spend
Actually-
a power point.
Actually, no, you're taking 1. Never mind. It's just 1 damage because it's 1 damage, but he has 2 attacks. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, you got that first one. Second one he whiffs. Damn. All right. He's gonna spend a free action to bring another 2 Buttos along. As you start to see the forces pouring out of the encampment. Since his buddies are no longer there, no longer gets the skill shift, but
He gonna make new ones.
still has edge and gonna miss Tychus. Second one is gonna go after George as the other 2 are still coming in, so they're not gonna be able to make an attack yet. What's George's toughness or evasion right now, since it's +1 to everything? D-dubs?
It's only just 21 because of the +1. If I'm as long as I'm by
Okay.
someone.
So it's a 21.
21, yeah.
21. Wow. They gotta get good, scrub.
Skill issue. Skill issue.
That's your turn, George.
Okay, cool. I was really worried I was gonna get bodied. Like on the
Cut off his
I thought
hand.
about
Cut off his
it.
hand.
Okay, so what I want her to do. This is gonna be kind of. It's greedy on her part because she's still in that eager wanting to prove herself type of bits.
Yeah.
She wants to do something a bit. She wants to basically yell, "Yo, Dark Conda, what's your opinion on dirt?" And while she is fighting off our little guys on this whole thing, I do want her to manage to do like a spring kick off of something for her to maneuver enough, and I basically want her to do a 3-point grid quake on him, wherever she centers.
So Tychus can give you the assist and be like your spring off of, like he holds his sword sideways and gives you a like springboard up to quake down.
That'd be cool.
Tychus, is that what you do?
Yeah, I'm also
I need a lift, Tychus.
okay. I think while tossing George, I will say show him what you're made of.
Okay, so what do they have to roll?
It is.
Athletics or acrobatics check.
Yeah, it's the difficulty of it is 12 plus 3 for each power point spent. So that means there'll be. So that's I put 3 in. So 9 yeah, 21 is his differential.
So what does he have to hit?
3 to 7. Every creature or vehicle caught in the area must pass an athletics or acrobatics skill test or be knocked prone.
So yeah, but what's the DC again?
21.
Oh, it's 21. Yeah, it's 12 plus 3 for each power point spent. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 12 is 21.
God. All right. Well,
Don't worry,
Heal it.
I also have to roll it too.
It's a 15-foot radius, so anybody that's in off of her centered.
So it's gonna be her. See if these two were smart enough to not get like right up. One was, one wasn't. Okay. Actually, no, they both weren't. All right. So everybody's rolling athletics or acrobatics.
Well, everyone but Evan.
Everyone but Evan, and none of them have any skills in it. So this is gonna go great.
Well,
So they're all rolling with a snag. So, and they have to beat a 21. So none of them, unless they get a nat 20, they're all failing this. They have to get 2 nat 20s. I'm sorry. So first guy fails. Second guy fails. Third guy fails. Fourth fails. Fifth fails. So everybody's down. Except for Tigers.
He used his sword to hold him up.
Yeah, he literally, because he saw this coming, so he probably... Tychus, what did you do? You threw George up in the air. How did you brace yourself for her coming down?
I stand firm, like the badass I am.
Just sort of dig your heels in and grip the floor.
Yes.
I really like to imagine she used her shield to bullet down too. When she made that.
Oh, so she did the Captain America, like, land on the shield and, like, force it into the ground kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I like to imagine, just to be that extra oof.
All right. Well, now it's Evan's turn.
I will say this, Evan. Big guy is now prone, so now he has. You can now melee him with Ed.
Light him up, puppy chow boy.
Well, now I kind of have to take a bite of puppy chow before I fire.
Except you have a helmet on and you're like, damn it.
I just smash it against the visor, go, stop, and later.
There's like a dispenser, basically, like a fucking puppy chow dispenser in there.
Note to
Like,
self.
That's a
talk
better
to,
idea.
Note to self. Talk to Dusty about.
I've got to
retractable
talk to
visors.
Dusty about a lot. Okay, so
Just have a list for Dusty when you get back.
let's see here. I remember how to do this.
What do you need help with?
The arrow to tell me how far I can go.
You hit. It's the ruler.
Thank you.
But I mean, this is theater of the mind, so where they are makes no difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah,
20
that's
feet,
30.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
20 feet. They're 20 feet away from you, so you have more than enough
Yeah.
room to get there.
Yeah. You
All
should
right.
be able to get to him.
Sprinting up, switching from bow mode to hitty stick mode. And I can't see myself, that's okay. And for flavor, I want to take the hitty stick mode and just bash him relatively upside the head as he's prone.
Okay. So roll a. Let me pull up the. So you're gonna do the. Actually, wrong table.
When you say this,
You're gonna
you're
do-
using the bow to strike it, right?
I'm using the blade mode, yeah.
Okay.
So
I
this
was imagining the bow like from God of War when the little kid hits the chest with the bow, so it made me laugh for a minute.
So this is gonna be a D6 specialized with edge.
Sick.
So I pulled the table up for you.
Much appreciated.
All right. So that's a 20 on big guy. Doesn't
20
do
on big
anything.
guy.
Doesn't do anything.
Ah,
You still got one more hit.
Do you go for big guy or do you go for one of the 4 minions?
I could reach the minion that's right next to big guy's head. So, well,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do the same thing, but just take minion head.
Okay.
No hit.
Everything's still
So-
the same.
Hit D8 again.
No, it's D6.
D6 again.
Uh,
The gun.
Yeah, 17 just hits as he
Oh, cool.
tries to spin out of the way. You take down the one that George had already hit earlier, and now it's dead.
Nice.
As now it's Tychus's turn.
Okay,
I-
switching back. Okay, switching back to one-hand sword and one-hand dagger.
Uh huh.
Uh, I am going to hit the dagger against one-shot battling.
Okay. I think that's gonna do it.
Okay, that is a 1 damage.
Yep.
And now, my second hit will be big boy, but I am going to be a little more risky and do an Aquarius slash. So this attack is going to take 2 downshifts.
Oh, spooky.
2 downshifts, but you got the edge, so hopefully that counters X. We'll see. You got him.
And that is a critical. So that
Yep.
is 6 damage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Still standing.
I'm in danger.
I feel saying that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to explode.
Well,
Because the 3 times I did this, they exploded.
and this is what he's gonna do. He's gonna get up, and now I'm going to need a.
You had one job, Tychus.
The rules of 3, son.
I'm going to need an acrobatics check from all 3 of you.
Oh.
That's a snag.
Yep.
I am going to prematurely activate resilience.
So what does that do?
I ignore. Let me quickly read it. Resilience.
You-
Upon reaching 7th level, your ability to stand firm against attacks. Okay. You may
So
spend
you're
one
going.
official.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you would ignore the damage, but this is not a damaging effect.
Okay. Never mind then.
Would this be considered an area of effect
Yes.
attack?
Does.
Cool.
Oh, hey, yeah, I have sidestep too. Do you have sidestep?
I have sidestep, baby.
Okay, so what does that give you?
It means that we can use our acrobatics die to reduce the acrobatics skill die result. We can reduce it from his attack, whatever the attack roll is in the end.
Okay. I'm doing this as an equivalent of a saving throw. So
Oh, then that does okay. Saving throw.
yeah.
Okay.
But
So that doesn't
so
really make a difference.
but in this case, because you do have that sidestep ability, if you succeed on the roll, you're going to ignore the effect.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC 15.
Okay.
I critically failed.
Yeah.
Well, I also need to verify. So the thing that you give her as a buff, though, right now, Evan, is only for attack rolls, though, right?
Area.
That
thing.
only lasted one turn.
So I'm still doing snags then, right? I think.
Double check your. I think that was only for one round.
What, the Shining Leader thing?
Oh, until
Shining Leader.
Until the end of my next turn. Okay.
Yeah. So you're just rolling regular.
I just wanted
Yeah,
to make sure to roll.
That's
it right.
edge on attack, yeah. Okay. so
Yeah,
not
it's
specialized.
just regular rolls. Yep. So all
Okay.
right, George is good.
No change for skill shift, I think.
I'm
know.
surviving on pure spite. They almost
I
one-shot
sincerely
me.
don't know what I'm doing still.
Yeah.
I literally invested her 1 point from this last level into like conditioning and got her another
No.
health point. I'd have been just fucked.
Yeah, you would have been just dead.
Oh, I auto snag, so that's great. Fun.
Yep.
Oh,
So George, you managed to duck out of the way as you see both of your allies paralyzed in panes of glass, basically, as a crystalline shape covers them over.
candy dust.
Even though she's got her helmet on and all, I would say that for the first time ever, all facade is broken from Georgia, and she's just so enraged and surprised that
Yeah.
she turned back on Dark Clipter and just snarl and be like, "Oh fuck no!"
He's gonna back up as his minions are gonna make strikes at George now. As Jesse, you're seeing this from a distance as you just heard George yell, "Oh fuck no."
Let them go too.
Fuck.
Jesse, let us cook.
Let's go. Y'all cooking too much though.
I'm not.
You're
candy
still
eating
next.
for another 3 weeks.
You're still next to an ally. They're incapacitated, but you still have the ability, so you're at a 21 still.
Oh wait, you want me to do what?
No. I'm rolling an attack against you. I'm just making sure because you're still next to Tychus. You're still at a 21.
Yeah, as long as I'm adjacent, it says to an ally. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though they're paralyzed. First one missed. Second one. Oh, there is only going to be 2 because the other one can't get to you because of your quake. It's still... Yeah, they both miss. As you're ducking out of the way, as it is now your turn.
Oh heck no. How does multi-strike work in this?
So you can make... So if your item has multi-strike, you make the first attack regular, second attack is at a snag. If it's... Because it's...
It's a downshift.
It's a downshift, sorry. Because multi-strike requires you to hit multiple targets.
And there's Dark Clipter and 2 others still around, right? Or did I miss?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Dark Clipter, one putty that's in range, and then another one that moved into range, and then one that's still coming. So a total of 3 left.
So did I hear right that you said I could do like my normal attack and then I could take a snag and roll the multi-strike, or no?
No, so
do
it's
downshift.
downshift. Sorry, not
Oh,
snag.
downshift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try that out, I guess.
Okay.
I'm also gonna spend one of my free actions, to take resistance to. Have we seen sharp from him? I don't know what we.
Yeah, sharp
Yeah.
damage is what he's been primarily doing.
Okay, I'm gonna spend one of my free actions to take sharp resistance on my righteous heart.
Okay.
But I'll take this first. For Dark Clipter, and then I'll do the follow up with downshift to do the multi-strike against the little ones.
Okay. I'm gonna spend my last power point to give him a +5 to his toughness.
Fair enough. Basically, I've gone mad into ultimate frisbee mode, and I'm just eating.
Just yeet. And just trying to bounce it off as many. The way I see it is like the downshift is from you bouncing it off of him.
That was what I was hoping to imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not roll that.
So
That first one missed.
Oh, I missed some things. Because it's
Oh, you
supposed to be
missed.
special. I was using my push to talk key and it made it push through. So just to
Oh,
clarify,
okay.
I don't know if you want to tell me, but I have specialization in this one,
Yep.
and then
So the specialization went through.
I guess if there's nothing else, then.
Well,
I'm
you still have you have to roll it for the second,
Oh yeah, you're right.
which is just the downshift.
Jeez, Georgia.
It bounces off them but does no damage. As George, you stand there alone. Jesse, you're not too far behind. You have a choice to make here. As Evan and Tychus do not get a turn. It's Dark Clipter. Before Dark Clipter goes, we have Jesse. What are you doing?
alrighty. First things first. What's the rate? Huh?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
What's the radar looking for a light of Orion by chance, or is it like not good from that crash?
The radar's still good.
Okay.
Lights of Orion are in the opposite direction of your friends.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see. How does everyone like look? Like, don't tell me your HP values. Just how does everyone
Did you
look?
not hear when he said the other two were paralyzed, eclipsed, and
Oh, shit.
crystal or shit?
It's
My
just George.
Shit, then,
I
George,
have
how
one.
you-
I have 1 HP, asshole.
Ah, yes, y'all are good. Bye. Nah. Alrighty then. With that, Jesse will run up and he's gonna get the funny drugs basically, and will bite into it.
Don't you have 2 morphers as well? Why the truck?
Alright, I do. What?
I mean, don't you also have the shark rated power?
It faded from you, I thought.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I thought that That was like grid power stuff. So it's like
I know. Well,
what? Oh, would Ryan's more for work actually?
The morpher that was
The one that
might
was
work.
given to me.
You
Yeah.
have Yami's morpher, I thought.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have
yeah,
Yami's morphers.
Would Yami Morpher would work if I use it?
It might work. You don't know. It was something Ryan thought could be possible.
Alrighty. With that, I think Jesse is gonna try and put on Yami's Morpher and morph.
Okay. You try to go Astro with his morpher. Doesn't do anything initially, but you look at your morpher,
Uh-huh.
and you try both at the same time.
I will try both then.
You take both, and you do go Astro with an X in front of you. As your normal suit forms, you notice along the sleeves an orange streak slides up both arms as an orange outline sort of fills your vest, and a giant orange X is placed across the center. You're morphed. You don't know how stable this form is.
But you know
But-
it's cool as heck.
Yeah, it looks dope as shit.
Indeed. At this point, Jesse's gonna start running up to the scene as he's gonna scream, "Hey, fucker!"
As you see Dark Clipter look over to you. Oh, this is new. Who's this now?
Yami?
Fuck no.
Jesse?
Yes, yes, it's me. I'm borrowing Yami's morpher at the moment. Seeming like this is giving me a new form. I don't know how long it'll last though.
Backstory later, punch him!
Oh,
Make your
I will.
attack, Jesse.
Would I have my Yellow Ranger powers, grid powers, or no?
You have your Yellow Ranger grid powers, and I'll tell you what adding Yami's power does when you make your attack.
Alrighty.
do you use your own power weapons or the weapons I gave you?
I think in this scenario he'll try to summon his own weapons to just see what happens at the moment.
Because of
Summon
mixing
your-
yellow and pink, I'm imagining Hit from Dragon Ball Super Time Punch bullshit for taking aim every time.
It's about to be wild. So you summon your weapons, and you see your normal, what did you call them? Your normal power weapons
Uh-huh.
have an additional handle to be able to turn them into the pistolas.
The paddles and they flip into pistolas. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You got Transformers. There you go.
Indeed. Huh. First things first, though, with Jesse, right? As God,
Holy
I got
crap, I just realized what you did is really reckless. You did something reckless. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh whoa, Jesse doing a little reckless with some people in danger. Let's see. So I am going to run in and I am going to use triple strike attack
Okay.
on this
As
guy.
you go to make your triple strike. So that was you spent a power point to do that.
Yes.
You can spend an additional power point to make that a piercing strike. So you only have to make one die roll. for all 3 attacks.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's do it. All right, so let's see. I'll be like down at 3. So I am going to hit. Where is it? 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 Where the fuck's my whip? Oh, there it is. Special. Will my specialized half-ass martial arts kick in?
Yes, you would.
Alrighty. I'm gonna spit a story point if y'all don't mind.
Do you have any more story points?
Do we? No, we got that. We got that one from the fumble.
Okay. You would have a total of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you
I
would have
used
gotten.
I used one earlier.
Yep. Tychus used one.
We tried to, but we never did. I spent the power.
Oh, you spent a power.
I think trying to think of who on our side did will spend a story point.
I think George. Did you reroll or no? For one of your attacks.
Sorry, I just realized I haven't been pushing to talk. I haven't rolled at least once with my social roll in the culture thing. I rerolled
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I never ended up re-rolling in the other thing during this because
Okay.
I just took it. So
Yeah,
I
and
know
I
I've at
haven't
least
either.
spent one. I think we've at least got one left, if not none. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have at least 2 maybe.
Yeah, because
2. Okay.
someone rolled a fumble earlier. I remember that.
Yeah. All right. So you have 2. So you can re-roll this.
Okay. What did this game mean by this? By me rolling low? But hey, it's a crit though.
It's a crit, but it's nothing. Yeah. You try to be really cool, but no.
This game. I come back to the others. I'm rolling really low. What do they mean by this?
You try to hit, and both those, as he just looks down at you and smiles. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I'm like looking over at George, right? Using one of my simple actions.
You do have extra attack.
I know.
He did all that with the triple strike and everything. It's like the Pink Ranger volley ability. You only roll.
My hero.
I'm gonna look over and go and say, "Shut up and help free the others."
That's when Jessie, the woman that led you on this wild goose chase, descends from the sky. George, you recognize this woman from your phasing through the ship, and it was the ball of energy.
Oh, hello again.
Seems like you guys are in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, no shit.
Be nice. She knows my mom.
But she's the
Tell
one
her-
that. Go ahead.
Tell her she owes me another one. As you watch her shift into a ball of energy, blasting the remaining Dark Clipter and the remaining putties back as he sort of recoils and falls to the ground as you're coated in golden light, and you watch as her single mote of light splits into 4 and fills each of your morphers.
I imagine that there's a 5th one just zipping through space.
Yeah, that just zips back home as this all comes together. You feel the coursing energy as your armor shift into your Lights of Orion form. And that
Holy crap.
Damn, I'm a
As-
comic writer. I got like 3 forms in like 5 episodes.
as as the two are released from their paralysis. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.